All right, I'm here back. But this one is people crashing out over food stamps and EBT. And to be honest, like, I'm just going to say this. All the people that were scamming the government and basically taking advantage of other taxpayers are the ones who, like, ruined this shit for everybody else. Because there would be some people who literally would sell their food stamps for half the price for, like, actual money so they can buy other shit. And then the food stamps that goes to another person who can't even use it personally themselves. And then they do shit like that. And all these people bought junk food and soda. Like, these people are freaking out because you can't buy junk food and soda. Like, what are you going to feed your kids? Like, what do you mean, like, you can't feed your kids after junk food and soda? Like, do you want them to die? Like, holy shit. But yeah, all that junk food and soda. But anyways, let's get into this. I'll show you them one by one, but holy crap, this is all big. So I set up a pile of ones I shortly saw, but here's what I think. I'm glad EBT is now made for healthy foods because the reality is a lot of healthy food is actually more expensive than junk food. And to be honest, that sucks ass. So this is actually a very good incentive, which is now unhealthy food is more expensive than healthy food because food stamps doesn't work on it. So you gotta take it out of your own money if you want to buy chips, soda, and drinks. And I think that's perfect because these people, like, they can survive with meat, vegetable, they can survive with certain juices, they can survive with all that shit and they'll be fine. But these people are crashing out like they're gonna die and starve, all because they can't have Cheeto grease all over their fingers anymore. Like look, if you like junk food, just buy it separately. You can still buy essential meats, vegetables, fish, and all that stuff with your EBT and food stamps and whatever. But yeah, this is a very good choice because it's gonna make a lot of people. It's gonna basically force a lot of people to do healthier options because food stamps, is a government program, so the government can just kind of do whatever with it. And I think making food healthy again was a good choice because our obesity rate is fucking ass, man. Anyways, let's get into this. I'll pick this guy first. I like his video.
Americans on food stamps could be banned from buying bad food and sugary drinks.
Yep.
Hey, them boys can't buy shit. Because one lady buggy, I seen that motherfucker, that's all she had was bad food and sugary drinks. So you might as well just keep her food stamp. People should be able to make their own choices. But they said, people obesity rates and all that shit getting out of hand in America. And they say they trying to help y'all out. So, I mean, there's pros and cons of this shit. Y'all ain't gonna make better food choices and eat healthy on your own. So you got somebody coming through demanding that shit.
Yep.
So even though it looks bad, it's actually good. I know it ain't good to you because you want to make fucked up food choices and you don't care about your health. But look on the bright side. This could motivate you. Get in the gym.
Yep.
Eat better. I mean, you're gonna get a little less food because they got it set up to where bad food cheaper than actually quality and good food is good for you.
Yeah, and that's the worst part of it, which was it was cheaper. That's the reason why people kept buying worse food. I remember hearing long ago that sometimes buying the better food option is more expensive. But now with this, at least people on EBT, their food choices are going to be related to healthy foods. Foods that actually don't, have too much sugar, don't addict you, because, like, you can buy stuff with that. Like, you can still make sandwiches, you can still make tortillas, like, you can make lots of food with the food you can still buy on EBT. Like, non-sugary foods, like, they're bomb. Like, I'll say they're bomb-ass food. Like, I like my fair share of sugar, but guess what? I buy it with my own paycheck. So it's not really a problem. Yeah. In fact, I buy all my food with my paycheck. I don't use food stamps. So anyways, let's get back to this.
Like, I don't drink the red cow milk, but the milk I buy, that almond milk, that shit costs like double the price of the other milk.
Yep.
It's light on my stomach, good for my skin, helps with my heart, good for people with lactose intolerance. So yeah, though, take this as a W and shut the hell up or level up. Follow the B-Hay Show on YouTube, the B-Hay Show on Instagram, and get you some money, man. You ain't even got to worry about a food stamp. You'll be paying the government so they can get them some food stamps because you'll be paying taxes. Donald Trump said he was going to make America great again.
Yep, 100% agree with this guy's point. Let's go back. Let's do this one.
Y'all, this is why.
Oh,
this is why. This is why. Cause what? 3 carts full, y'all. Let me pass
Yeah,
your receipt.
that shit a lot. They have some healthy food mixed in there, but the majority of it is just junk.
This joint said,
Like,
y'all,
I feel bad. Look at this
they
shit.
didn't even buy it, and that's what making me even more mad.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. $1,013. Like, what the fuck? Like, how much food do you need? Holy crap. Like, how many kids do you have? How many family members do you have? That's a shitload of food. Like, this amount of food, I could live off of it a year if it never expired. I could literally live off of this shit. Actually, who am I kidding? Not a year. Maybe like around 6 months. Maybe. Yeah, pretty much around 6 months I could definitely live off of this shit. But like anyways, like what the fuck? Look
And
at that
everything
shit.
won't even rung up yet, y'all. $1,013.
Yeah, look at that. Like look at that shit. That one's giving Walgreens a run for its money on how long the receipt is. Like holy crap.
This is why. This is why I be mad at work.
Yep.
This is why I don't want to work on the 1st.
Yep.
Or the 2nd, or the 3rd, or the 4th.
Yep. I agree, man. The worst thing about a lot of this is that there's a lot of like jobs that society doesn't respect, and this is one of them. Like people at Walmart, teachers, like janitors, people that clean shit, like all that stuff. Food workers, people don't respect them at all, which is why they're happy to leave trash and garbage everywhere. Which is the problem is that like these management places have always done the same thing, which is oh, the workers have to pick up the slack for what the customers do. If they make a giant mess on the ground, we're gonna happily serve them next time. We're gonna smile and happily give them food as their kid runs around the restaurant throwing shit everywhere, and I have to spend the next 30 minutes of my shift cleaning it up. And I'm not gonna get any overtime, so my boss is gonna rush me to work even harder than I already did to clean up that piece of shit mess, and then be mad at me that I didn't complete it on time. Like that's the shit. Jobs that people like sadly don't respect, like that. There's truckers. There's a lot of jobs like that, but I feel really bad for these people because the reality is a lot of jobs, especially cleaning ones, would not be needed if people were actually nice and didn't, make everything dirty. If they didn't make things dirty, like pretty much 99% of every cleaning job available would not even exist. But yeah, this sucks ass. I feel bad for these workers, man.
This.
Yep. Bro, she in the back with her. Damn, yep. Bro.
Not even the juice?
Nope.
They didn't take the juice for real?
Yeah, they didn't take the juice because it's like if it has 50% sugar or more, it won't be accepted. At least that's what I heard.
When they started that, it must have been this much.
Yep.
So what's the message?
Trump has made it to where you can't buy junk food on SNAP benefits. Okay.
Yep. And French fries, to be honest, they are a type of junk food. But let's go on.
Let's talk about it. So, these billionaires are so concerned, so worried, so mad that these people out here buying dollar sodas, right? With
It's not billionaires. It's pretty much the middle class and everyone above it. Everyone who is incapable of getting food stamps is really mad about this. Because it's like people are getting free food, basically, from the taxes everyone else pays. And then they decide to make bad life decisions, so then they get fatter. Then being fatter brings insurance up. But because companies don't want to be fat phobic, then they bring everyone else's insurance up to cover for the growing population of obese people. So then everyone else has to suffer on that front as well. There's so many levels to this shit. But he's not controlling what you do with your food. He's controlling what the government is doing with a program for food, which he made it so that you can only buy healthy food with your food stamps, as well as cut off very unnecessary spending that some people did with food stamps. Like, some people were just living off this shit, not working a single day in their life, and that's basically how they made their living. But yeah.
Stamps, but they buying motherfucking jets. Tax free.
It's not the same thing. The reason is because they bought the jet with their money. And second of all, nothing is tax free. The IRS has their grubby little hands on everything. You cannot buy a jet tax free. Unless you're the government buying something, it will be taxed. The IRS is always there, man. They're one of the scariest people because you can't plead insanity when you do taxes. So you can get arrested for that. You can plead insanity on killing someone, but not taxes. Like, that shit crazy.
They buying G-Wagons.
Yep.
Tax free. And don't get me wrong, if you can figure out how to play the system, play that motherfucker. But why is you...
Oh yeah, the reason is because politicians, like, they leave loopholes and shit for that. But the reason is simple. It's because they take advantage of them. And the reason I personally would prefer a very simply structured tax system with not too many taxes, but basically absolutely no loopholes in between anything is simple. Because all these loopholes are made is for if someone's rich enough to pay $1 million finance advisor who does their taxes, they don't really need to pay anything, because their finance advisor will find every little thing they can take advantage in the system that's specifically made by politicians that always say we're going to tax the rich. And every single time, a loophole is made for the rich to be taxed less, or the people rich enough to afford someone who can do their taxes well enough to, be taxed less. That's the reason. It's simple. It's basically a made-up issue that has absolutely no solving, because politicians will always tell you tax the rich because it sounds nice. But when they actually implement it, nothing actually happens because they add a loophole, and then if someone has a good financial advisor who does their taxes, they look at it and be like, okay, you got this, and boom, there you go. So the only people that suffer are the ones who can't get financial advisors, and basically they're fucked because they pay more taxes, more than everyone else, and can't do shit about it because they're not rich enough to afford someone to make them pay less taxes, but they're also not, rich enough to support themselves if everything goes to the shitter. Basically the middle class. R.I.P. middle class.
You mad because them people is buying dollar sodas.
Actually, so $2 now. Inflation.
What, they want a bag of chips? The kids was good. The kid want a lollipop. You just bought a fucking jet.
You can buy it with your own money.
You just bought 5 houses.
He buy it with his own money.
Kids ain't talking about it's business purposes.
I mean, it depends on the person, but sometimes it is stupid reasons, but fuck it. Anyways, let's keep going.
So goofy alert. The Trump administration is facing backlash on social media because they're trying to ban soda and candy from being purchased with food stamps. Now don't scroll, because this is where I get mad. You see y'all saying how y'all supposed to feed y'all kids now? You only feed your kids soda and candy?
Exactly.
Do y'all not know how to cook? Y'all not struggling for real. Because when Mom Dukes was making that rice, that's so spicy.
Dude, I love that shit. I would eat this. I'm not a big vegetable fan, I'll say that, but I would eat the rest of this stuff right here.
That shit would be in the fridge for days. We eat that old rice and beans every single day. That's all that was in that fridge.
Yep.
Y'all talking about how y'all gonna feed y'all kids. Chef Boyardee?
Yep.
Canned chicken noodle soup? We be for real? This starts 2026, and you can literally see the list. Majority of what they're banning is just soda and candy.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Soda, candy, fruit, veggie drinks over less than 50% juice and other unhealthy drinks. Idaho bans soda and candy. Indiana bans soft drinks and candy. Iowa, broad restriction on most taxable snack foods, candy, gum, popcorn, juice. Nebraska bans soda energy drinks. Utah, I don't see it. Florida bans soda, energy drinks, candy, and prepared desserts. Cake lovers are fucked here. R.I.P. cake lovers in Florida. Soda, energy drinks, candy. Bans soft drinks, candy. Sweetened drinks, candy. Bans soda only. Bans soft drinks only. But as you can see, these are a few states that implemented their own version of it. But I'm 100% good. I'm 100% good with this. Eating healthier is a good priority, but they're not forcing you to eat healthy. They're just saying, if you want to eat healthy, you do it on your dollar, not the dollar of the taxpayer. That's basically what's happening.
Someone said they should make healthier food options cheaper. That is a fact. I 100% agree 100%. With that. Healthier food options should be cheaper. Yep. And there's those that saying that this is a form of control to stop us from doing what we want to do. If you're only feeding your child soda and candy with the occasional chips, you are not a fit parent.
Yep. You're not a fit parent. You're an overgrown child that once your child crashes out or does some bullshit, won't take accountability for it. And instead will blame everyone else except yourself for all the problems you have. You're the reason kids kick seats in airplanes all the time and you don't stop them. You're the reason kids run around museums, break an overpriced piece of crap, and then you complain about you having to pay for it. You're the reason that your kid then falls off a hard surface because you don't pay attention to them. Like, that's what a lot of these parents, don't do anymore. Parents don't parent anymore. Parents are just overgrown children that just happen to have children. That's so many new parents right now.
To cook. And this is the percentage of people that's on food stamps. For those that want to argue about race.
Black Americans, nah. Damn, 25%. Native Americans, 23%. White Americans, 37%. Yep, 100%. We need to lower the amount of people on food stamps because this number is fucking insane. But yeah, what we need is basically less incentives for people to abuse the tax system and abuse taxpayers' money to save themselves. Like, the people with permanent disabilities, I can understand because they literally are unable to work or struggle working. But anyone that can even fit doing simple jobs, you better have your shit restricted. Anyways, let's see.
Race and all that extra.
Next. Oh, the same lady again.
You know what I'm sick of?
Yep.
I'm sick of the food stamp office, okay? Okay, hang on.
Oh, why are you slapping that shit?
Before I get myself worked up, I just came here to talk about how...
Oh, as you can see, sugar, potentially sugar, unsure.
I went from literally $1,700 in food stamps for a family of 3.
Hell no.
Okay? I don't work. I stay home every day. I'm not able to work, so
I hope your husband works then.
I should be getting the maximum amount.
Nope.
Especially...
Holy shit. Oh, you better look at that child, man. You better look at that child. Like, he looks like he's about to jump off that shit and break his skull. Like keep an eye on your child, man.
Because he needs cereal, chips, pop. He needs all that. And I need my energy drink.
Bro, keep an eye on your child, woman. Look. He's about to do the leap of faith. Holy crap, woman. Holy crap. Stop your TikTok. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're an absolute shit mother. You're so unaware. Holy crap. How do you not notice your child is standing up?
I'm not gonna have this.
What if he jumped off?
That much.
Oh.
And they took me all the way down to $120.
Oh my god.
Which they didn't even...
I don't even care about her complaining anymore. Oh, that child. I care about that child. I'm just gonna stop it here. I really hope that child did not fall off that chair. Oh, terrible ass mother. 0 out of 10. Hell no. Well, I guess you're better than some mothers still, but still. 0 out of 10. Oh god, that's awful. Awful, man. Bro, how come nobody is commenting about the child? Oh well. Jesus. Oh, this one's old. This one's old.
Y'all are
Never
about
mind.
to find
There it
out
is.
that food stamps don't buy candy.
Look at that shit. Like, people were literally hoarding sugary snacks and all that stuff because, you know, food stamps was about to go away, so they were doing that. And look, this lady, she's like Cheetos everywhere. This lady knew exactly what she wanted.
Candy anymore.
Bro.
Not soda, not ice cream, not a little sweet.
Hawaiian Kings. Weird. I always thought. I guess. Actually, no. Some of these things are healthy. There's lettuce there. So if I had to guess, these people bought a mix of healthy and unhealthy stuff, and once they got rejected, they just left all their carts anyways. That's my guess.
Treat to get you through the hard week.
Yeah.
None of that anymore. Y'all was so hyped talking about that big, beautiful bill and finally having some responsibility. Talking about they gonna crack down on waste. But now when you go to the grocery store to get that Snickers bar with that EBT card, denied. The 2 liter, denied. That pint of Ben and Jerry's after a hard day, gone. The
I don't
joy,
know what that is.
Gone. But hey, at least billionaires are still getting tax breaks, right? It's interesting when they want.
Actually, to be honest, a lot of people are getting tax breaks. If you can exploit the tax system, you definitely should do it because, you know, the government is not efficient with your money. So if you can do it, no matter what part you are, you definitely should do it anyways. Even though it sucks, it's better to do it. For example, if you want to give $200,000 to charity, you'll roughly get $70,000 back in tax write-offs. And then once you write off your taxes, then you can spend $70,000 back into that charity once again. Kind of like increasing the amount you give to it without, you know, forcing you to pay even more taxes for it. Just a little thing if you want to try something like that. That's for people like with a shit ton of money though.
Want to cut costs and get things in line, they always go to the poor people first. God forbid somebody poor wants a soda to go with their ramen. You want it?
I don't know if ramen is I don't know if ramen is not accepted by EBT, but oh well.
Fiscal responsibility, but you ended up with a government that decided they don't even want you to have a piece of candy, and it's not gonna stop there.
Yep.
It never does. Soon it'll be no meat. Then they're gonna decide.
Bro, there ain't no way they're gonna be like no meat. Like bro, like what the fuck? All they did was make your food choices healthier by what you buy. That's literally it. Like, no, this is not coefficient. Here it is.
Somebody stole.
Loser.
$100
Hey, don't say stole. That's not your money to begin with. It never was, so it never was stolen. You could say the amount that the government gave me in food stamps is lower than usual. You can say that, but do not say stole. You did not earn that money. Taxpayers earned that money, and then it was paid to you from their dime. So do not say earned.
off my fucking food stamp card. From fucking Philadelphia at 1 in the fucking morning. How can they even do that? I only spent $200 off my car yesterday. I wake up this morning to check.
That's what happens when something breaks in your car. So do I. I paid like $90 for an alternator, and then I fixed it myself just so I don't have to spend like $500 on it, but it took forever and it was a pain in the ass. All because the alternator kind of literally forged itself into the thing holding it, so I couldn't even take it out regularly after removing the screws. And dude, it was a pain in the ass. Yeah, I definitely agree with this. Food stamps should be for that. I think I think poor families should be allowed, but should be on a limited amount. Not an amount that, you know, is extraordinarily like crazy for like people to take advantage of the tax system. But I mostly agree with this statement.
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350.
Bro, if he gave me that shit for my food for 1 month, to be honest, I would be a small amount under the food needed to buy, to be honest.
Now, what am I supposed to do? Huh? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever.
Go to work like everyone else.
All
I tried to get a job. Go to oh god.
These cuts and whatever he's doing over there. Now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this.
Yep. That's what you do when you ain't got no money. You gotta work, boy. You gotta work. Go to your local McDonald's, Walmart, wherever the fuck you want to work and do it. That's it. Like, you're a grown-ass man. Like, come on. Like, look, I get it. You want to scalp Pokemon cards from McDonald's all day and then sell them for quadruple the price. But look, man. That shit ain't gonna set you for life. Just go and get a job. That's it.
Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay.
Yeah. Bro, you gotta just get a vasectomy at this point. You obviously suck at pulling out game. Your pulling out game is weak as fuck, man. Like, just get a vasectomy, call it a day. There you go. No more kids.
I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50.
Bro, that's what happens. One of the members in the family has to work and, while the other one takes care of the kids, unless you want to do like a 50-50 split. Unless you want to do a 50-50 split where you and your wife work and each take turns taking care of the kids, that's fine too. But it's either one of you has to work, both of you have to work, or both of you can work part-time, and you could also make an effort to live off of that. Because 3 days a... No, wait. Yeah, 3 days a week for both of you, that would also help set you up a bit.
60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I'm
40 hours.
I really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more.
He is helping the less fortunate. He's cutting their taxes. That's literally it. And then he's taking parasites like you off of the food stamps. So you guys can actually find a reason to get a job. Bro, it's too late. Get a job. I'm fine with milk and crackers. I still don't know if Hawaiian Kings counts as EBT or not. I'm cool with the hot dogs though, but like, come on, man. You should have just paid that shit by yourself.
It's the Kings right here. You got to know we grind. Pack is extra slimy. Don't I love my vegetables? Extra cheese and pie. Don't young lay like to kick it like.
Bro, that shit out. Why is it outside?
Money serving everybody.
Wait, no, never mind. I figured out what this is. Oh, this is one of these guys where... Yeah, this is earlier. Okay, now I understand. Yeah, this is one of those guys where they get a shit ton of food stamps and they post it on social media to kind of like brag about how much food they got. It's kind of like part of flex culture, but man, flexing on EBT, man, that's just ass. Like, you should not be flexing EBT. Like, hell no.
My food stamps went from 4,400.
Yeah, this one's old too.
4,400 in food stamps.
Yep.
Every month to $38.
Yep. And Section 8. Yep. 100% agree. Definitely. Get this lady off of it. I can just look at her and be like, she's a problem.
Oh, and to the thousand some people that unfollow me this year, don't come back now. They done started cutting people on EBT, aka food stamps already. Remember how we thought it was a game and we thought it was well, I didn't. Remember how y'all thought it was a game and y'all thought it was a joke? Actually, it has already begun. It has begun. So when I was telling y'all to go ahead and start your garden, start your food forest, start your farms and all that using the EBT, y'all didn't want to listen to me. So to them thousand and some people that unfollowed me, I wish I knew who you were so I could block you, because now... you're going to really wish you stayed on my page. But I got some big news for everybody else that has been so supportive. I got some big news for y'all today. Like, seriously, I just got to do the finishing touches on everything and buckle down. But I'm excited. It's my time, y'all. It is my time to teach y'all. Y'all got no choice but to listen now.
Not really.
I saw this online and I was so shocked. They have recently changed it where SNAP EBT food stamps cannot use their SNAP EBT to buy snacks anymore. So Coca-Cola sodas, Snicker bars, ice cream. If the drink has less than 50% juice, you can't actually use it to buy those fruity juice drinks that 100%. Are not juice, it's just sugar. So they have changed it significantly. So people who go in the store and order Little Debbie pies, sodas, ice cream, candy bars, just tons and tons and tons of sweets. I see it all the time. Like, guys, I work for DoorDash. I can't tell if an order is EBT. We can't see if you order it with EBT, but I have shopped some orders that has just been all snacks, and I'm going to assume that some of them may have been EBT and some of them may have not been. But that is besides the point. They are no longer allowing people to use their EBT to buy snacks. Now, here's the thing. You may say, yeah, that's right. You know, you're on EBT. You're using my money that I worked hard for to pay for your food. There are people who need it. You know, people should have compassion. But yes, I agree that there's no way that you should be buying that much when it comes to snacks. Now, because
yeah, I agree. Like, another route they could have gone was just limit the amount you could buy in terms of sugary foods versus, you know, healthy food. They could have also done that, but I'm still overall in support of just banning like sugary foods outright, because that is more broad. But I could have also went along with something like that.
You're an EBT doesn't mean that you don't deserve a Snicker bar. You don't deserve a tub of ice cream here and there. You know, if you're
you can do it. You just do it with your money. You're not forced to not buy it. You just got to use your money to buy it. Plus, that might actually make supermarkets more focused on, you know, regular healthy foods over all the super sugary stuff that everyone's been eating, and basically, like, you eat sugar all day. Like, that shit eventually is gonna kill you.
Starting in 2026, only the approved foods are going to be able to be purchased through EBT.
Okay, I already saw the other one, but yeah, let's read.
Approved foods are going to include fruits and vegetables, meat, poultry, seafood, dairy, eggs, grains, beans, pasta, rice, and tortillas. Sweetened tea or low sugar beverages, cooking basics like flour, sugar, oil, spices, baking ingredients, baby food and formula, seeds, and plants to grow food at home. It's going to be very, very similar.
Yep.
To WIC, only with a little bit of wiggle room. So far, there's only a few states that have approved waivers, and those are Florida, Texas, Nebraska, Wisconsin, and Alabama. Those are states that applied for the waivers and were approved, and it's going to start in 2026, period. The second wave of states that is looking for approval and probably going to get approved by the end of this month is Florida, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Colorado. The thing is that all these states are going to get on board eventually, because if they do not, then they are no longer going to be getting the federal funding that they have been getting in order to supplement these food stamps. Most of these
Oh, Trump got them. That's a catch-22. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, Trump won. Oh, no funding for that shit. Oh, California and New York, you guys are not gonna be happy. You either go with Trump and piss off all your own people, or you don't go with Trump and then lose funding. Oh, let's see what New York and California do. It's gonna take them a while to eventually cave in, but if they don't, man, that would actually be kind of interesting to see.
States
also
can afford
content
to do it on their own. Even if your state is not on the list, it will eventually get on the list, I promise you. This whole thing is being done under the guise of Make America Healthy Again, right? But I really do think that it's more than that. I think this is being done in order to weed out the actual fraud and abuse that's been going on within the assistance program for a really long time. The program is also going to force you to work at least 80 hours a month in order to keep your benefits. If you have kids that are under...
Oh, I love that. Yeah, $80, no, wait, 80 hours a month? That's not even a lot. For example, full-time is 40 hours a week. So that means you only need to work 10 days a month to have, like, any of that. That's gonna get people on jobs. That's gonna help. That will help. After we kicked out all these illegal immigrants, like, we need people in jobs, and that's gonna help people. That is 100% GG move on Trump's end.
Under the age of 14, you are exempt from that. If you are truly disabled under the eyes of the government, you are exempt from that. But if you are a fully able-bodied person and you are able to go out and get a job, you are going to have to. And it is in my opinion that nobody's going to want to go out and work 80 hours just so they can get some milk and some eggs. Stamps are not going to be as lucrative as they once were. You're not going to be able to sell them because nobody's going to buy them just so they can go buy some milk and some bread. People were buying them so that they could get their energy drinks, so that they could get their sodas, so that they could get their junk foods. It's going to give you $100 for $125 worth of food stamps that they can only use to get the basics. Taking the snack foods out of the EBT and food stamp program, going to weed out all of the fraud and the abuse that has been
agree with that.
The EBT and food stamp program. It was a smart.
I agree with that. I hate fraud, like, because that's government money, and anyone who uses it for malicious purposes should be jailed. Whether it's an official or a, regular citizen, they have to be jailed for that shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it.